Previously, I've made 2 videos about the High Republic, and both of those were quite positive. Since then, I haven't even mentioned it. And why is that? Well, in this video, I will tell you why I have a problem with the High Republic. So, I've said before that I was cautiously optimistic about the High Republic, and I suppose that's still kind of true. I mean, everything I've said in the previous videos is still true. I still do really enjoy some of these stories and some of these characters, but the truth is that from the era review video I did, there was a whole pretty long section that I had to leave out because it got political. So I found the initial notes for that video and I had put a comment there saying that this might be a bit too aggressive. And I'm not sure if aggressive is the right word, but it was very honest and direct. And also, well, political. Or not political, but the subject it was about was political. And I don't want to talk about things like that on this channel, because this channel is not about politics. Yeah, sure, we can talk about in-universe Star Wars politics all day, but I don't want real life, current politics to have any part of it. And to me, escapism is a big part of Star Wars, and I don't want to be faced with the things that I'm trying to get away from, I suppose. There are things in the Republic that I have some issues with, mainly from a world building perspective, and to me that is one of the most important aspects of Star Wars, but I can't even mention these things because it would inevitably become political. And now you can maybe see a problem, because if there are things that I feel like I can't even talk about because it would become political, then that's an issue. And don't hit me with the argument that Star Wars has always been political, because yes, Star Wars, just like most media, has been inspired by real-world political events. And you know, Star Wars, it's literally called Star Wars, and wars are pretty political. And you can make those associations if you so wish, but you don't have to. It can just be Star Wars and it doesn't have to connect to anything in the real world, because everything makes sense in the Star Wars universe and there is no political ideology or messaging. And Star Wars is supposed to be timeless, or Star Wars is timeless. At its core, it's about human emotions. It's about hope, unconditional love, hate, redemption, all of these things that we as humans have always and will always be able to relate to, regardless of who we are, where we live, what we look like, any factors like that. And once you start injecting modern day ideas into Star Wars, it's going to date it and tie it into the world we are currently living. And then it ceases to be timeless, basically. And before anyone gets upset, I'm not mad at any of the specific things portrayed in the High Republic, but I do have certain problems with it, just from how and why it's done. But I'm not going to talk about it, because of everything I've said just now. At least not on this channel. I'm not opposed to political discussions at all, but this is not the place for it, and to me Star Wars is not the place for it either. And that's kind of the main problem here. So when it comes to the High Republic content going forward, I probably won't be reading any of the new novels. I still have one book that I own left to read. It's been waiting for a long time, but I'll get to it eventually. But I mean, I might still at some point make more videos about this subject if we get some new sort of content, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. But I know that most people won't be bothered by the things I'm bothered by, and I think most of you would enjoy the stories actually. There is some really cool stuff, and especially the villains, the Nile, are pretty cool to be honest. They are brutal, they're vile, and I did not expect them to be actual competent villains. And the High Republic is a distinctively different era to anything we've seen before, but it still mostly does feel very Star Wars. And I find the era itself to be a lot more interesting than the sequel era. And if you're still interested to know a bit more about the Republic era, I did make a video where I went through the 3 first novels and kind of reviewed the era overall and what I thought about it so far. So that one is right here if you want to check it out. But yeah, this was kind of a sad video to be honest, so I'm sorry about that. Next week will not be as sad, I hope. See you later, bye bye.